in front of 63,500 fans. North were counting on some cracker magic to counter the Bombers. And it's a magic of their own in Timmy Watson. A very good evening, everyone. Welcome to Sevens Big League, the preliminary final edition for season 1983. Well, finals clashes between North and Essendon haven't exactly been a regular occurrence. In fact, the two sides have met only 4 times in finals since 1931. Today's match, though, was the most significant for 33 years when they played off at the grand final of 1950. Essendon, on that occasion, winning by 38 points. North, of course, tipped the Bombers out of contention last year when they won a tense elimination final by 13 points. In fact, the biggest winning margin by either side in their last 5 meetings has been 21 points, and that was when the Kangaroos won at Arden Street in round 16 of this year. As I said, a crowd of just over 63,000 fans was at the match, the winner to tackle Hawthorn in the grand final next week. We pick up play at the start of the game. And with me in the commentary box, preliminary final day 83, Lou Richards and Bob Skilton. And we begin the first quarter of the 1983 VFL preliminary final from VFL Park as umpire Nash comes in to put the ball down. A huge crowd in attendance and the park in pretty fair condition despite the adverse criticism during the week. Diving on it is Duckworth. The first free kick going to the Bombers. It's taken by Watson, who gets it over to Bahaja. Essendon swing into attack. Danaher in front, almost at mark, knocked away by Dench. Danaher again. Oh, here's a goal coming up, 20 metres out. And Danaher brings up first goal in 30 seconds. What a start.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better start than that from a confidence point of view. To any side to get a goal within that quick, it must give them a boost. But nonetheless, we've witnessed it again. As we watch on replay now, Bahaja putting the ball forward, knocked away by Dench. Danaher comes again, rides the bump beautifully, straightens up and makes no mistake.
Well, that was certainly a great goal, and as you said, Bob, a great morale builder for the start of this preliminary final for 1983.
Essendon lead by 6 points at the 1-minute mark of the first quarter. Dempsey in ruck for North Melbourne, Madden in ruck for Essendon. It's won by Madden. Glendinning fumble. Plenty of pressure on the players at the moment. Schimmelbusch now to put North into attack. No, there's another free kick going Essendon's way. So they've got the ball out of the centre twice, both from free kicks. Duckworth, beautiful kick, towering punt up the full forward. Danaher's there, but there will be a penalty.
15 metres.
Umpire Robinson indicating where the new mark will be at centre half forward. And if he kicks it like that, he could just about goal. Duckworth favours the torpedo punt kick, a mammoth kick into the goal square, and it's a goal!
Well, I was rather surprised at Dempsey there. I thought he could have touched that one,
So
Peter.
did I.
Well, I certainly feel that Dempsey must have heard somebody say leave it, because it was amazing that he did not make any attempt to touch that. As we watch again on replay, 65 metres out from goal, and Dempsey going back. Now,
Could have easily got back.
Cannot understand why Dempsey didn't continue to go back and try and touch it.
2 goals within 2 minutes, and the Bombers up to a great start. Centre bounce again, and the Bombers in full flight as the ball is knocked out by Madden again. And what a sensational start for Essendon for 1983 preliminary final. Just on the 2-minute mark, and we're over the 2-minute mark now, but they've already got 2 goals on the board, and that would certainly boost their confidence. Bahaja again. Oh, he ran into his own man, Vanderhaar. He was collared, but the ball driven down there by Hawker. There's Danaher again. And what a sensational bit of play that Essendon have performed in this first 2.5 minutes. A chance for their 3rd goal. There's the kick by Danaher. It's a magnificent kick. And it's another goal. No, it might be a point. Oh, golly, those North Melbourne supporters would have a sigh of relief there for sure. What a start for the Bombers. 2 goals, 1 to North Melbourne yet to score. And everybody's expecting North to do a better job than they did last week against Hawthorn. There's a free kick just about the Dempsey, but the umpire called play on Dempsey. Back out there now at a mark to Peter Smith on the wing position. Short pass, not a good one. It's a shocker. Hurd comes in, he's grabbed, but a beautiful hand pass to Duckworth. That was a quick one.
Right.
Slight of the hand job as the ball goes down there towards Dench and Danaher. And, of course, Dench has got a very tough job today, minding the captain of Essendon, a champion player himself, Bob, down there in that full forward position.
Yes, he's had a wonderful year. He's really responded to leadership, Terry Danaher.
Ball out of bounds in the forward pocket, still in the Bombers' attacking zone. Only about 10 metres around from their goal. Knocked out by Dempsey, a left-hander. Bahajar, Simmerbush is there too, and Cowton goes in. A hand pass out to the wrong man, picked up by Hurd. A chance for Law to mark, and he doesn't let his side down there in defence and takes the mark. Oh, creeping over the mark is Danaher. Goes for a short pass. This could be dangerous. Oh, down he goes. Copped a high one that time, Van der Haar, and of course Ross Glendenning gave him one to go on with as he knocked him down after. Could be on for young and old today. They're a big tough side, Essendon. There's a go now for Law. Scouts, oh, it's a bad kick. It's well covered this time. And it's Hawker sending them back into attack with a pass. And it's a beauty there to Bahajar.
Bahajar, a chance for Essendon's third goal with this forward move. Van der Haar and Law. Glendenning, oh, put Kink out of business. Lovely bump. And one of the Brownlow favourites too, Glendenning. Back to centre wing. McCann had attempted knock on, but it's out of bounds. And we'll see a throw-in to take place on the true centre wing position. An amazing opening here at VFL Park. Essendon's 2 goals coming up in 2 minutes. Right now we're at the 5-minute mark. McCann and Madden. Won by Madden through the hands of Bahajar, and it's picked up by Demetriou. Schimmelbusch, right half forward. Beautiful tackle by Carey, stopped him. Shimmer again. Look for Atkins. Misdirected hand pass and out of bounds.
Well, this is the first time that North have gone into attack over their half-forward line, Pete, since the start of the game.
Yes, the Essendon side have been getting it out of the centre circle, and that's what counts. So it's Madden again and McCann. McCann at the back, can't get it past Madden, who's doing well so far, and it's picked up by Hurd. Long kick into centre field. Glendenning and Merritt, but behind the pack, Cowton. And a 15-metre penalty, which brings him to the point of the square. A short pass. Mark taken by Hodgman in front of Bradbury. Short pass again. Could be dangerous. Yes, he's got that. Mark to Atkins. Atkins in the forward pocket, but about 35 metres from goal at least, and at a pretty fair angle. Walsh in a bit of a jostle down there. Fairly leads, but it is ignored. Atkins will have a shot. It won't quite make the distance. Plenty of players fly for it. Dempsey claims it. Is it a mark? No, says the umpire, and I think a good decision. Demetriou trying to get clear, and umpire Nash has decided on a bounce. Well, about 3 or 4 players had their hands on that. Demp came down with it.
I would have paid it personally.
Well, a triple Brownlow medalist can't always be wrong. Anyway, the umpire didn't see it that way, Bob, and that's what counts. He's decided again on a bounce. Still only about 20 metres from goal. So a real chance for North Melbourne's first score. Of course, they had 2 goals on the board before Hawthorn scored last week. And Jimmy Cracker takes it, caught, and holding the ball.
And the free kick will go to Fowles. Of course, he's got the job of tagging Jimmy Cracker.
Phil Cracker, Lou.
Phil Cracker, is it?
No, but Jim then, but Foles is tagging Phil Cracker.
Oh, well, OK. One Cracker to another Cracker as the ball goes back there towards the half-forward line. Watson is grabbed. That said play on the umpire. It's thrown out of the pack that time by Abernethy, and the umpire said it'll be a free kick to Essendon. And everything going the Bombers. Well, there's a bit of a box on now. And this, I told you, this will be on for Young and Old. Look at him going in now. Oh, there's Jimmy going in after, and Phil in there trying to protect his brother. Notice the ex-Port Melbourne boy, Bradbury, was trying to pacify one of the Cracker boys there.
Well, notice Wayne Schimmelbusch in the thick of things down there.
Well, it's one of those games, of course, the loser today. It's mothballs for them, and the tension's really high. Robertson's had the book out, and it'll be interesting to see who's been reported. He's going across to Cracker now to talk to him. Might be telling them he's reporting someone for hitting him. I don't know. We'll find that out later.
I don't think there were any reports made.
There's the ball back into play again, out towards the wing position. And the ball pushed away that time by Abernethy towards the half-back line. It's Greg in the front position there. Greg can't pick it up, and the ball is out of bounds. So we're just over the 8-minute mark of the first quarter of the 1983 preliminary final. And it's been off to a sensational start with Essendon kicking 2 goals within the first 2 minutes. They're 2-1-13 to North Melbourne yet to score. Hawker and Ezard's down that time by Ramsey, picked up by Bradbury. It's a short kick. He's flattened after he kicked the ball. It'll be a free kick down the game. It's on again.
Neagle going.
Neagle going in. Oh, they're tipping him out left and right. There's Cracker having a go at Duckworth, shaping up. It's Phil Cracker shaping up with Duckworth.
There goes
there's Jimmy. And Jimmy's into it. Oh, they're boxing on from the word go here. What a day. It's TV ringside. Peter, it's best.
I think the happiest people at the moment would be the Hawthorn team, wouldn't they?
Oh, golly. Well, once you hit one cracker, brother, you got to go on with the other one.
Yes, but they have to settle down and concentrate on football at the moment. They're playing right into Essendon's hands at the present moment.
Yeah. Well, the books were out then, but it's pretty hard to tell whether anybody was reported. They could have booked about 15.
Well, the free kick goes downfield. The free kick into
As the
Essendon.
North Melbourne runner trying to quieten Jimmy Cracker down at that stage. And well, that was a free kick downfield.
It was.
It could easily have been taken off Essendon, but the umpire may not have seen what we saw on camera.
Okay, we've got Rene Kink with the kick now about 45 metres out directly in front.
Well, we at least know one report's made, but we don't know whether he's the offendee or the offender. There's another one. That's Neagle. Well,
I'm not surprised with that one.
No, must agree.
Well, it's no good for Neagle to talk to the umpire. Once they put you in the book, you're gone for all times. And the chance now for the Bombers to kick their third goal, because Kink's only about 40 metres out. They're pretty busy out there, these guys with the pens.
He also spoke to Demetriou, so he could have been booked as well.
I think you could sense it was going to be on from the start, Pete, couldn't you?
Yes, you picked it there, Lou. So a free kick still to be taken by Kink. Maybe they all squared each other off there. Kink at half forward, 45 metres out, directly in front, and goals. So, a couple of bookings, 3 goals on the board though to Essendon, and that's the name of the game. 3-1-19, North Melbourne yet to score.
We've seen a whole lot of champions in Australia, from here at home and far across the sea. Seen them run, swim and fall, seen them hit and kick the ball and make arena our favourite colour TV. We've seen a whole lot of champions in Australia on Rank Arena, Australia's favourite colour TV. Seen them run, swim and fall, seen them hit and do it all on Rank Arena, our favourite colour TV.
And now, Rank Arena make this champion of an offer. We'll give your money back if you believe there's a better colour TV picture.
See him try, see him roll, see it best of all at Rank Arena, our favourite colour TV.
It's been years in the planning. It's taken real ingenuity to design the new Power Torque engine with less parts but more power. It's taken a breakthrough down under here by Victor and the CSIRO. A vortex action that means it's not only much quieter, but it cuts and picks up grass like no other mower. The new Victor Vortex. There's no mower like it down under.
Are you tired of wasting plastic wrap on small jobs? New Glad Mini Wrap. More economical, less waste.
It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. It ain't just your style, it's the way that you show it. It ain't just your hair, it's the care you give to it. Agree to gets results.
Now, for your hair, there's new formula Agree To with Pava, aloe vera, ginseng, jojoba, and henna.
You can tease, you can tinge, you can tie, you can taunt it. Agree has the care for the way that you want it. Agree's got the flair, see your hair, see it from it. Agree To gets results.
New Agree To. That's the way you do it.
At 2:45 on Sunday, 7 Sport takes you live to Adelaide for the South Australian National Football League second semi-final, when last year's premiers Norwood do battle against the favourites West Adelaide. Don't miss this 7 Sport exclusive, the South Australian Final Series, 2:45 Sunday.
Back at VFL Park now, Essendon leading by 13 points at the 19-minute mark.
He's got it on the centre wing position. Or coming back over the centre half forward position. Barely flies. Got a chance to mark that one. Couldn't hold it. Cracker going. Gets the ball out to McDonald. Goes for a hand pass. There's a chance for little Atkins to snap it goal. And he's put it through. And the Kangaroos bounce back now. So at the 19.5-minute mark of the first quarter, it's North Melbourne 2 goals, 12 points to Essendon 3-1-90.
Yes, and once again, a fine piece of roving, and I do think that the North Melbourne side has settled down and realised that the ball has to be the object, as we saw Jimmy Cracker cop a good one on replay there. But Phil Cracker certainly starting to lift the North Melbourne side with his play around the field.
What a sensational opening again on the Sevens Big League. 7 points the difference in the first quarter of the preliminary final. Dempsey and Madden, won by Madden, who's won most of them at the centre. Taken by Hodgman in the road as Duckworth, and he'll get the mark and or free kick. Duckworth on the edge of the square. Looks for a lead. He's got a couple out on centre wing, one of whom is Madden. High. Not well delivered. Glendinning takes a very good mark.
Well, he's certainly looking a lot better today, Glendinning, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
And he's the player they need to find. They've got to go directly down the ground, North Melbourne. Get it down there as quick as they can.
And the 15-metre penalty will help them as Glendinning goes straight down the centre. McCann using the body very, very well. Plays on. High ball. Long to McDonald. And a great mark. Here's Mudney. Watch it again. Yes, good grab.
Stood his ground well.
And plays on now. Long to full forward. Cracker at the back. Can't take the mark. Carey. Strong in defence. Tries to get it out to Bahaja. Chance for North Melbourne. Atkins' snapshot is through for one behind. At the 21-minute mark of the first term. 6 points the difference. 13 to 19. Bradbury will bring the ball back into play. And of course, the grand final next week, live to the United States through the facilities of OTC. Madden gets one for his corner. Hawker's in there. Plenty of weight being used. Tackled too high, was he? Yes. And Glenn Hawker to take the free kick. Dempsey doesn't like the treatment meted out. It could be reversed.
Well, very rarely do you see Dempsey do his block.
No. And the mark taken out there by Weston. Weston right on the centre wing position. Puts it high. Greg goes the spoil effectively. Abernethy got rolled. Plenty of Essendon players running. Watson takes the hand pass at half forward. Short pass. Beautifully delivered, Timmy Watson. And a 15-metre penalty, surely. Or a booking.
Well, there was not much Hodgman can do there, I reckon, Bob. He had to go at him, didn't he?
Yes, but it was well after time.
Oh, that is a little bit more than a 15-metre penalty. Anyway, Bahaja has the chance to bring up his first goal. He should not miss from there. He'll certainly have to earn kicks today, it would appear. Bahaja's kick. Not very long, but it didn't have to be. It's a goal, and Essendon come away again to a lead of 2 goals, 4-1-25 to 2-1-13.
And certainly, as it turned out, I thought it was foolish by Hodgman because he just put Bahaja right in the square. We watch again on replay now. It's a hand pass coming from Merritt to Watson, and well after. And I think Hodgman lucky that he's not up there Tuesday night as well.
22.5 minutes gone now in the first quarter. There's someone gone over the line, and the umpire will find a free kick. It'll go to Essendon, so things are certainly blowing their way at the moment. Madden over the half-forward line. Glendinning in front, couldn't hold that, but backing up well as Dempsey goes after it again after it's smothered. It's tapped out to Danaher, left foot snap at the goals. Up it goes there towards Van der Haar and Law, and Law's doing a pretty good job on Van der Haar at the moment.
It's Law and Carey, probably the 2 best defenders on the ground at the moment.
There's the kick by Law, out there towards half-back. Dempsey gets into position. That's a great mark. A quick hand pass over there to Little Atkins. He's clear. Shows plenty of pace. Gets away from Simon Madden. It's a shocking kick. It goes straight to Watson. Another short pass. It will be okay. And the mark by Bradley. Another hand pass coming over. Neagle with a short one. Down goes Van der Haar. The umpire calls. No, it's Williams, I should say. And the kick up there towards the full forward position. There's out at the back, but over the top of Ramsey. And it's forced through for 1 point. So at the 24-minute mark of the first quarter, it's Essendon 4-2-26 to North Melbourne 2-1-13. A difference of 13 points. Out wide, and Jimmy Cracker's got the mark. Crowd giving him something to go on with. There's plenty of Essendon supporters here today. But they shouldn't be growling because the free kicks are in their favour. Once again, it's Law. That kick was touched. I think he'll call play on. He has. A hand pass coming back. Oh, he was grabbed. Duckworth didn't have the ball that time. Against McDonald on a 15-metre penalty. North Melbourne falling to the trap a bit. They're manhandling Essendon when they should be playing the ball. Let the Bomber do the rough stuff. The ball goes across the centre half forward now. Over the centre half forward position. Ball tapped away. It's Little Williams clear. Has a running shot, but he's grabbed. It's back to Ezard. A snap at goal. What's the result? It's good. It's a goal. That's his first. So at the 24.5-minute mark, it's 5 goals, 2. 32 Essendon and North Melbourne, 2-1-13.
It's a lovely piece.
We've seen a whole lot of champions in Australia. From here at home and far across the sea. Seen them run, swim and fall, seen them hit and kick the ball and make arena our favourite colour TV. We've seen a whole lot of champions in Australia on Rank Arena, Australia's favourite colour TV. Seen them run, swim and fall, seen them hit and do it all on Rank Arena, our favourite colour TV.
And now, Rank Arena make the champion of an offer. We'll give your money back if you believe there's a better colour TV picture.
See him try, see him fall, see it best of all at Rank Arena, our favourite colour TV.
Go shopping with cash in your pocket. Come to Custom Credit before you buy and organise a custom credit cash and advance loan. Mike took cash with him when he bought his car. Got a nice cash discount too. Jane and Bob bought a runabout from an ad in the classifieds. They did a lot better with cash. And Dave did a cash deal on a new videotape recorder. You can get cash in advance from Custom Credit for just about anything. Call Custom Credit before you buy. They're good sports with money.
What type of bait attracts various fish and where is it found? Learn the secrets of success with Master Guide to Practical Fishing, a complete workshop manual and field guide sold in weekly parts. For every type of salt and freshwater fishing, this fascinating series can make you the expert. It's packed with practical advice and useful tips from the pros. And it's available week by week in magnificent colour for $1.99 a part. Master Guide to Practical Fishing. Catch part 1 now.
It's low in calories and high in dietary fibre. Wholemeal cracker bread. For goodness sake, try some.
On Sunday night on 7, the internationally applauded movie, The Big Red One. Lee Marvin stars with Mark Hamill in this powerful statement of the brutality and futility of war. The Big Red One, for the first time on television Sunday night, 8:30.
Essendon's 5th goal on the board.
19 points the difference now. Time on being played in the first quarter. And umpire Nash has decided to again bounce it. Dempsey with Merritt. Bounces better for Merritt. And a free kick going North Melbourne's way. And the Bronx cheers.
12 free kicks to 4 at the moment, Peter.
Glendenning's kick up towards half forward. McCann, a great mark. Steve McCann about 60 metres out from goal as we watch it again in replay. Fine mark that. Long boot by McCann, but nevertheless poorly directed from the mark taken by Folds. Folds in the back pocket will get Essendon out of danger. Plenty of distance in that kick too. Who's holding who? Over the top was Demetriou. The umpire calls play on. Abernathy does. Into the forward pocket. It's all Essendon and Jim Cracker let one go again. Folds mark. And Bradbury had his back to him, which wasn't good play. Oh, that's a free kick to Van der Haar, surely. Law with Carey, as Bob said.
Great play by Watson there.
Two of the best defenders, but it's a free kick for out of bounds on the full, and Watson takes the free at centre wing. Gregg and Williams wrestling. Madden and Cracker. Kink will get there first. Oh!
That was good play on the part of Phil Cracker that time, Peter.
Oh, gee, I tell you what. They're letting him go. Cracker, McDonald and Duckworth. Well, McDonald has got it and has caught. Beautiful tackle. Beautiful tackle.
There's no reason for him to play on that occasion. He's taken the mark and you just cannot understand it.
No, that was a superb piece of football, that by Duckworth. Directing play in towards centre field. Oh, fine mark from Madden. And the big Essendon ruckman plays on. Plenty of Essendon players there he could give it to. He chooses Weston. Long to fall forward. Dench is there though. Just can't quite get hold of the ball. It's out of bounds. And the throw-in will take place in the left forward pocket for Essendon, who lead at the moment by 19 points. 27 minutes gone as we await the throw-in. Glendinning and Merritt. At the back is Gregg, but fumbles. Glendinning looks for Jim Cracker. The Shepherd is from Coughton. On to Schimmelbusch, and Schimmelbusch up towards centre field.
Out towards that centre wing position. McCann in the front posse picks it up, but that's well smothered. They're doing that well at the moment. And, oh, Van der Haar got one around the neck. Umpire call play on. Law's grab. Back it goes now. It's Weston trying to get clear. The umpire's calling play on. This has given Watson the break he needs. He's going for a bit of a trot. The centre half ball, a short pass. It's a beauty too. What a pass. And Merritt's got the ball well within kicking distance. And the Bombers running hot. Well, it might have been a free kick to Vanderhaar. He was grabbed pretty high, but the umpire called play on. And as worked out, it turned out trumps for Essendon, because Watson got clear and got it over there to Merritt, going for his first goal. We're at the 28.5-minute mark of the first quarter of the preliminary final for 1983. And the Bombers off to a great start as Merritt fires at the goals. And that's a lovely shot. So there's 6 goals to 38 to North Melbourne, 2-1-13. Now that is a convincing lead at the start of this game, Bob. It could be dangerous for them.
Yes, and a lot of the fault lies with the North Melbourne forward line, because the number of times Essendon have been able to come away with ease, and on that occasion we saw Watson in final games in particular. You should never be allowed to, in the centre of the ground, bounce the ball 3 times without being tackled.
29 minutes gone now, first term.
Centre bounce. It's Madden going against Abernethy. Abernethy got that one out, but Madden goes down. And the umpire will ball it up down towards North Melbourne's centre half forward position. And we're just on the 29.5-minute mark, and they badly need a goal before quarter time. The confidence of Essendon would be really up at the moment. We see Duckworth drive the ball down, knocked out by Glendenning. Vanderhaar puts Glendenning out of business as the ball's kicked off the ground. Umpires found a free kick. It'll go to Demetrio round about the centre field area, and a chance to send North Melbourne to attack. They've got to go directly down the ground. And I think they may have made a blunder playing fairly at full forward, because the young fella doesn't know much about it. Punched out by Duckworth. McCann spins away beautifully. Tries to get a hand pass out to Jimmy Cracker. And the umpire will ball it up out there on North Melbourne's half forward, but a good distance out from goal.
McCann, Lou, for some reason leading to the flanks instead of coming out and coming back in towards centre half forward, where they can go directly down the ground.
Go along with you, Bubbers. Hurd drives the ball back to Vanderhaar, and the Flying Dutchman's got it out there at half forward. There's a lead coming in from Danaher. He's in the front pocket, and he couldn't get that one. Dents goes after, but backing up well is Little Williams. A hand pass to Ezard, and this looks dangerous for another goal. He runs to an open goal, and you can put it in your glasses. That's goal number 2 to Ezard. And of course, 7 goals to 44 Essendon for North Melbourne, 2-1-13.
There's some fine play by Williams on that occasion. He got the hand pass out to Ezard. Dench, and we look at it now from the shot behind the goals, and a lovely hand pass across to Ezard. Good turn of speed, and that's the way to finish it off.
That's twice they've combined for goal, Bob.
There's Williams proving a dangerous player against Keith Grigg.
31 minutes have gone now in the first quarter. It looks as though Essendon could be in the grand final if they can continue this play. A difference of 5 goals won at the moment. A 31-point advantage to the Bombers. It's knocked down to Atkins by Madden. The high ball only covers about 15 metres in distance. It's at Essendon's half-back line. Carey a chance. Over he goes. Too high, was it? And Carey will take the free kick. As I said earlier in the quarter, done a lot of useful things for the Bombers.
Free kicks 15-6 in Essendon's favour, Pete, at the moment.
He's got to say something. Over goes Williams, picked up by Ramsey. The umpire has found a free kick. It's going to Williams. He's certainly getting the charmed run in that regard.
So if you're first to the ball, there's every chance you'll get the free kick.
That's about right, and they have been first to the ball for most of the quarter. Williams at right centre wing. Gets better every time I see him. Likewise, young Ezard. Merritt at the back. Great mark.
Not good defence there by Glendenning. He made no attempt to get up there and punch that ball away.
Well, they've got their cops up, Pete, and they're taking chance. That was a great mark by Merritt. And you start to do the impossible when things start to run your way.
So Roger Merritt, only about 40 metres from goal. A chance to bring up his second and Essendon's 8th, and what a great start that would be for them in this opening term. It's straight, it's long enough, it's a goal. 8 goals to Essendon in a sensational opening here at VFL Park. 8 goals to 50, North Melbourne 2-1-13.
statesman de Ville. There's nothing quite like a V8.
Sunday Press is still celebrating its 10th birthday, so don't forget there's a chance to win a holiday for 4 flying TAA to Wanderers Paradise on the fabulous Whitsunday coast. In sport, Neil Roberts caused some ruffled feathers when he wrote off the Hawks recently. Tomorrow, he takes a fresh look at their premiership chances. And of course, there's full coverage of the preliminary final, plus Melbourne Cup racing reports and America's Cup action from Newport. Sunday Press, out tomorrow.
Live well.
Love well. Live well. Love well. Spread well. Spread well. Live well. Live well.
Love well.
Love well. Live well. Love well. Spread well. Live well. Love well. Spread well.
Someday, A Wonderful World of Disney. The gripping story of a poor boy and a headstrong rich girl, and a pony they both called their own.
No way! Take your hands off him!
Australia's Ride a Wild Pony, a classic in its own time, Sunday night, 6:30.
And welcome back to Sevens Big League. What a sensational start by the Essendon side to open up a lead of 37 points at quarter time. In past matches at VFL Park, that certainly has been the scoring end. Could North Melbourne take advantage of the breeze during the second quarter? We go back to the park now and at the start of the second term.
We begin the second quarter at VFL Park with Essendon leading by 37 points. After an action-packed opening term in which a number of players appeared to have had their number taken, including Essendon centre man Merv Neagle. Good tackle by Keith Gregg. Out it comes to Smith. Smith from centre wing. McCann can't take the mark. McDonald down to Jim Cracker, who steadies. Too long for Walsh, and a goal. And that's just how Essendon started the first term. They got a goal within 30 seconds. Is this to be the start of the big North Melbourne comeback? The scores now on Sevens Big League. North Melbourne 3-1-19, Essendon 8-2-50.
Good play by Smith on that occasion as the hand pass comes from McDonald across to Phil Cracker, and the torpedo punt kick too high for Kevin Walsh, but good play by Smith on the wing.
And that was Jim Cracker's first kick for the game, coming up at the 32nd mark of the second quarter. 19-50. Knocked away by Madden, who's had the better of the centre bounces so far, and North get it out of the centre for the second time in a row. Folds and Phil Cracker backing up as Bradbury close to the boundary line, and folds, but it comes back to Phil Cracker. Shrugs one tackle onto Demetriou. Demetriou into the forward pocket, and Walsh safe in defence. Back to centre field. Oh, Keith Gregg playing in front has the mark.
Great mark by Gregg that time. Beautifully placed, Peter.
Yes, good use of the body by the dual Brownlow medalist. Gregg from centre field. Long to full forward. Plenty of Essendon tall timber down there. Carey claims the mark and in fact has been paid it by the umpire. On to Weston. Watson and Williams. All the W's. That surely is a free kick. He could get booked. The book is coming out. Yes, there's another one up on Monday night, and it is John Law. You might say the letter of the law. And Ian Robinson was in a good position to see that. He was running right to where the ball was coming.
Is he not next Monday night, Pete?
It looks that way, doesn't it, Lou? 2 minutes gone.
And chance now for Merritt to drive the Bombers.
It'll come back to Williams, Lou.
Oh, that's right. Merritt, I think, anticipated a free kick, so Williams got a 15-metre penalty. He's right on the edge of square out there in the centre wing position. It's 19 points North Melbourne to Weston 50 points as William boots the ball over the centre half forward position. Players fly. Staying at the back is Merritt. Glendenning's into his back, but the umpire said call play on. Out it goes to Cowton. He can't get clear. They're holding him on the shoulder. Well, he gave a backhander there. It could be against him. No, the umpire said get back on your mark. Merritt a 15-metre penalty. Now he's pushed Merritt over. He'll take the ball off him.
He it now.
He's taken it off him. Well, I think Crazy got the tip the first time he could have lost it. That's Burley's playing the part of Cowton.
That's why he's got his nickname.
Well, it's all right being the tough guy, but you've got to use a lot of discretion when you want to iron these blokes out. As Jack Dyer used to say, you have to wait a fortnight.
No, he didn't take it off him,
No,
Lou.
he didn't. He might have been lucky, so it's McCann taking the mark. Out it goes to Hodgman. Quickly plays on, boots the ball down there towards Foles and Cracker. The ball pushed out by McDonald. A chance now for North Melbourne to get further field as we see little Atkins scoot around Duckworth. Right on the boundary line. This is a running shot at goal. And what a kick it is. And it's marked by Smith. Right on the line.
Rain coming down fairly heavy, Lou.
Well, that's a good, that's a big advantage to the Bombers because they've got a good lead at the moment. Smith goes for a short pass. And the mark taken here by Fairley. This will be his first kick for the match.
Could give him a bit of confidence too, Lou.
Well, let's hope it does for the young fella because there's nothing worse playing in a game when you first got a big serious game like that. He's put it through for a goal. So it's 8 goals, 250 Essendon with North Melbourne bouncing back a little bit. 4 goals, 125.
There's still a long way to go, but there's no doubt that kicking a goal would lift the confidence of Ian Fairley, and good play by Smith. He may well have missed. As on replay now, we see Smith take the mark. It could well have been a lovely goal by Atkins, but it still finished up with a goal as we see the short pass coming out to Fairley.
I think Crazy might have been a bit lucky that time not to have the ball taken away from him, Bob.
I do believe so, Lou.
There he is, old Crazy Horse himself.
25 points the difference. 4.5 minutes have gone in the second quarter of the preliminary final. 52-25. Still the rain falling. Hodgman to full forward or to half forward. Carey is there. Well tackled by Phil Cracker. Umpire calls play on. Cracker putting on an Academy Award performance to try and get a free kick as Nagel goes for the hand pass.
He dived after the ball in.
Yes, push in the back is seen by the umpire.
Well, free kicks are certainly not going North's way, Pete. You must admit that.
Yes, I'll admit that. Nagel. Carlton and Danaher. No mark eventually. Carlton again. On towards Keith Gregg.
Doing a good job, Carlton, all the same.
Wide towards the right half-forward flank. McCann and Weston are there. Carey comes in, beats both of them. Caught with the ball. Held it a minute. McCann chips it high. Demetriou marks. No.
Yep, it's a mark, Pete.
He's looking for 15-metre penalties.
Yes, I was wondering what the signal was intended to mean. So Andy Demetriou, a long way from goal. He would be 60 metres at least and on the boundary line. But of course, North kicking with the breeze this quarter, which must be a little bit stronger than we believe. A torpedo punt favoured by that player. Phil Cracker at the back. A good attempt to mark. And it will be a ball up in the goal square, or in fact just wide of it.
It's all quiet in the Western front at the moment, Pete.
Insofar as the fisticuffs are concerned, yes, they're playing football now. What a torrid quarter that was.
Essendon have shifted Danaher to centre-half forward, Merritt to full forward.
Schimmelbusch a chance, but caught. Looking for a free kick for a high tackle. Asks the question of the umpire. The answer is in the negative. And we'll see a ball up again, almost in the identical position. Still only about 10 metres from goal. It's knocked down to Ezard, who gets offloaded for his trouble. Smith, the chance, close to the boundary line, keeps it in play only just. Nagel thought about tapping it out, but saw the boundary umpire was close by. And once more, we'll see a ball up.
Just over the 6.5-minute mark of the second quarter. 8 goals, 250 Essendon and North Melbourne, 4-1-25. North Melbourne this quarter kicking with the end that's favoured by the wind. Knocked out by Madden, comes back to Ezard, kicks it off the ground back towards Denner. Certainly a long way away from his position at centre-half forward. He must be a little bit concerned, Bob, at the start of this quarter for North Melbourne to move him out there.
Yes, it's a bit of a surprising move because he was far too quick for David Dench, and Merritt had kicked 2 goals from centre-half forward.
There's Duckworth trying to get clear. It's Hodgman coming out of the pack, having a pot shot at the goals. Has it come around enough or was it touched? A goal! So they're really bouncing back. That's his first goal, Hodgman. And it's North Melbourne 5-1-31 to Essendon 8-2-50.
The more I see of National's home video systems,
the more I see you,
the more I realize why I like them. They've got more pro features, more cameras than anyone, a portable that's more portable. I tell you, National builds home video systems like professionals want, and TV sets good enough to go with them. They're big entertainers.
from National.
Hey, how come you only use me for withdrawals? What about all those other things, like depositing, paying off your bank card, transferring money from one account to another, or finding out your balance? I can do all that in seconds. 7 days a week.
When you get to know your handy bank, banking becomes so much faster and easier. And it's back. We're rolling our sleeves up to make it easier still. There are so many things you can do.
Hey, aren't you going to introduce me?
When you get to know your handy bank.
If you thought the peace of mind of owning an electronic security system was out of your price range, think again. Secure Home. Peace of mind you can afford. A whole new dimension in home security. Secure Home requires no special wiring or costly structural alterations and can be installed in your home in only a few hours. Plus, Secure Home's cordless control unit gives you instant security. This unit can be activated anywhere on your property, up to a range of 50 metres, while its inbuilt panic alarm provides the sort of security only a woman can appreciate. Secure Home's modular design can be augmented by personal emergency necklaces, door and window contacts, window tape, and smoke detectors, all for surprisingly little cost. Secure Home. Peace of mind you can afford. Available from Security Supply, South Melbourne and Bayswater. Phone 690-5792 and 729-5400.
Next time you hear a racing driver talking about tyre technology, ask him which brand he races on. The chances are better than 95% that they'll be Dunlop.
Starting Tuesday night, Evita Peron, Faye Dunaway and James Farentino, the spectacular new mini-series that captures the life, loves and incredible rise to power of Evita Peron. Tuesday night, 8:30, Wednesday night, 8:30.
Just on the 8-minute mark. And North Melbourne bouncing back as Dempsey gets another knockout. Taken away from Watts. There's a free kick nearly in the back to Hawker. Ridden into the ground that time, and he'll take the free kick at centre field. It's about the first time that the Bombers have gone into attack for this quarter as the ball goes down there to Vander Haar. And the Flying Dutchman's grabbed it, and he'd be about 55 metres out from goal. A little bit anxious to play on here, but decides to go back for the kick. There it is, the long one into the goal square. Merritt battling there. Dempsey gets in the way. Couldn't hold the mark. Backing up well as Dents. And Roger Merritt pushed out of the pack by Crazy Horse, using a bit of brute force there. Back it goes. Vander Haar nearly got that mark. He's paying it. It was a great mark. I think I'd have paid it too as the ball finally comes over now. A chance for, it's a bit of a scrimmage. Back it goes to Vander Haar. Kicked off the ground. It's Danaher. Punched out by Dents. Good play. Hazard's kick is smothered. And that's rough and tough football out there as the umpire will bounce the ball. That was...
So a ball up. Half forward for Essendon at the 9-minute mark of the second term. A very crowded bounce it will be. Knocked away by Madden. Picked up by Hawker. Hawker in towards Merritt. Now who's hanging on to who down there? Yes, Dench was doing that before actually. He's caught you this time, David, because he grabbed Merritt before when Merritt tried to lead. The umpire didn't see it. This time he did, and that's a perfect shot of it. Hanging onto his elbow, and I've got no doubt about that decision at all. So Merritt, with his third kick, had a chance to bring up his third goal. And the move, obviously, of putting him to full forward could pay early dividends. Merritt, some 15 metres out and directly in front of goal, will be a valuable one to Essendon. It looks okay from here. And full points to Roger Merritt, who is the Bombers' leading goal kicker now with 3. And on Sevens Big League from the 83 preliminary final, it's 9-2, 56 to 5-1, 31.
So that's certainly one that North Melbourne did not want. They were hopeful, I'm sure, of getting a little bit closer. But just as North, even with the poor first quarter, kicked 2 goals in that first term, we naturally cannot expect Essendon not to get any on the board.
10 minutes gone. 9-2 to 5-1. Knocked away by Dempsey to Atkins, and North get it out of the centre finally. Up towards half forward. Oh, great mark by Foles. Foles is at centre half back. Straight down the centre, looking for Vander Haar or King. Neither can take the mark. Roving it well as Abernathy. Into his back apparently is the Essendon rover in Bahaja. And Abernathy to take a free kick at centre field. kick, isn't it? Walsh goes the spoil. That's effective. Down to Cracker. Pouncing on it is Merritt. Flicking it out of Hurd. Essendon doing it well now. It comes out to Hawker at half-back, and Hawker clears for the Bombers.
And it's back over the centre field position. Picked up beautifully by Lord. Doing a great job down there at half-back. Punched on again. Grabbed by McCann. A hand pass. That comes out there. A little short pass by Atkins out wide. It's McDonald winning the race there against Walsh. No, it's Carey it is. Carey fumbles. Atkins picks it up, and finally the ball is forced out of bounds. Turf certainly coming up there now, that loose spot over there. Ball pushed out by McDonald. Walsh is grabbed that time by Jimmy Cracker. It's holding the ball. And of course, it'll be a free kick to Jimmy Cracker, only about 25 metres out from goal. And a chance to kick his second goal.
That was a beautiful tackle, Luke.
Certainly was. Watch him now. He grabbed the big fellow. He had no hope of getting away from that one, and of course he goes down.
Holden on the ground for North.
Holden on the ground.
I think Holt might have been a blind early in the piece, Peter.
Cracker fires at the goals, but he's off target. They badly needed that one. So just on the 12-minute mark, it's 5 goals, 2:32. North Melbourne to Essendon, 9-2-56. There we see Holden. Ball kicked back into play again. Glendenning in the front posse. Smith got his hands but couldn't hold the mark. It's Danaher coming out of the pack, but he's grabbed by Cracker. Back it goes to Phil. He fumbles the ball, but he won't give in. He goes after it again, still trying to get it out. Umpire said hold the man, so things are starting to fall the North Melbourne's way at the moment, and a 15-metre penalty. This brings Phil Cracker right over the centre half forward position, and a chance to drive it deep into attack now. Oh, out of position that time by Duckworth. McDonald, an easy mark taken there by Welch. There's Foles on his own out there at half-back. Got the open paddock to run. Better be careful bouncing it out there. It's pretty heavy. The ball off the side of the boot, and there's a good mark taken there by Abernathy on the centre wing position for North Melbourne.
He too goes for a short pass. Looking for and finding Atkins, who plays on. Atkins up to half-forward. Dempsey in front and marks.
Well, fairly nearly messed him up too. It's coming from behind.
Yes, he tried to stop, but he didn't.
On too many occasions, North have had more than one player in the air, and there's not enough talk from the players down on the ground to nominate whichever player should be going for.
Dempsey 45 metres out at the longest kick in the side. That one looks okay. Well done from Big Gary. Just what North Melbourne needed at the 13-minute mark of the quarter, and the difference once again is 3 goals, 6-2 to 9-2.
And so North have come back well in this term, and I do not believe that it is the case of the breeze. It's more a case of North steadying their game. Through the agency of Hodgson, they've gotten the ball out of the centre, something they didn't do in the first quarter.
Second quarter, nearly 14 minutes gone. 3 goals the difference. A centre square infringement. North Melbourne to get the free kick through the agency of Dempsey, who kicked the last goal. That kick's not quite so good, and it falls into the arms of Merv Neagle, who plays on. Neagle from half-back. Looks for Madden. Beautiful pass. Madden at centre wing. Kink making position too long for him. Ramsey is there. The shepherd is from Dench. Plenty of Essendon players. Good tackle by Greg on Hawker. Merritt a shot at goal. He's kicked 3 already. Is that 4? Yes, it is. Great handball by Essendon. 4 goals to Roger Merritt. A fine performance up forward. The difference, again, 4 goals. 62 to 38.
So not good defence by North Melbourne there. And we'll watch as the ball goes over the head of Kink. Ramsey, well, should not have lost possession as Kink gives it across to Hawker. The tackle and the hand pass across to Merritt. A wobbly kick, but effective nonetheless. 4 straight for Roger Merritt.
15 minutes gone of the second quarter. 24 points the difference in favour of Essendon. Dempsey against Madden. Dempsey got that one out. Not a good one. Kicked off the ground again. They stack up at centre field. They're all trying to crash their way through the back. And the umpire will ball it up once again in the middle of the ground. The umpire, Robertson, going across to Demetrio to say a few words to him. Of course, Robertson's dressed up for the occasion with his usual finals afro hairdo. Ball pushed out by Madden. Still a scrimmage there, and the umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to the Essendon skipper, Terry Danaher, at centre field. A quick hand pass over to Hurd. Left unattended that time. He's got a chance to go for a bit of a gallop. Boots the ball well up towards the full forward position. Oh, he's too strong. Too strong for Carlton that time, Van der Haar. Went a bit late for the punch, and Van der Haar's got the chance to kick a goal from about 40 metres out.
It's a lovely mark, that one, Lou.
That's his 5th mark for the match. And when the Flying Dutchman's going, he's a pretty good player, too, as he fires at the goals now. And a great strong mark over the top of Merritt that time was by David Dent. Could be a 15-metre penalty here if he's not careful knocking the ball away like that.
I don't think he's worried that into the ground.
I don't think he is. And, of course, he's kicked 4 goals up to this stage of the match, Merritt. He's been a real good player down there. Oh, great mark. Taken that time by Smith. A quick hand pass to Demetrio. The ball back there. Oh, McDonald Lear-rising a bit that time. Oh, Duckworth was nearly upended by Smith as the ball comes out wide to Carlton. Pushed well away that time by Van der Haar. Williams goes down. Carlton's there again. Fine play by Carlton as he gets the ball out there to Hodgman. Hodgman at half-back goes for a pass. And Cracker nearly got one on the back. Jimmy Cracker after it again. Tries to scoop the ball out. Simmelbush is there. It's finally picked up, that time by Hurd over an Eagle. Walks out of the pack beautifully as he drives the ball over the half-forward line for Essendon. Punched on by Merritt. And the umpires found a free kick. It'll go to David Dent down there. He's called play on. I think he was going to play. Oh, bad play by Glendinning. Well smothered by Danaher. A scramble going on. But there'll be a free kick to North Melbourne's Dempsey. And North Melbourne could have been lucky to get out of that one. Just over the 17-minute mark. And it's still 24 points the difference with a 15-metre penalty there.
Dempsey just on centre wing now. Oh, Cracker got high in the air and will be paid the mark.
A little lucky, I think.
Yes. Didn't hold it for very long, did he? Good kick by Jim Cracker. Fairly in front and marks. That's a good one. No doubt about that.
That goal may have given him the confidence.
And certainly he needed something because he'd been having a dirty day up until he got that goal. Fairly from 25 metres out. The opportunity for his second goal, which he has duly converted. 2 goals to Fairley. He's now North Melbourne's leading goal kicker. Once again, they trailed by 3 goals. 10-62 to 7-44.
There's a fine mark there by Fairley. The value of being in the front position as the ball dropped all of a sudden. It didn't carry. And we'll watch it again as Fairley just pushed Walsh away. In fact, Walsh then pushing again, but being in the front position and a really good mark.
3 goals the difference. 10-2 to 7-2. When North Melbourne have got that close before, Essendon have rallied with a goal or 2. Let's see what happens this time as Merritt charges forward.
Free kick,
yes, forward charge possibly.
I felt that they should have let that game go on though, because there was a free kick. Abernathy was clear of the centre.
Been a fine quarter by Dempsey this one, hasn't it, Bob?
Good smother by Merritt. Dempsey again gets the ball out. There's no one there to take it though for the Kangaroos. Merritt once more taps it wide. Down goes Danaher. Also down is Abernathy, it would appear.
Free kick.
Abernathy in plenty of bother just wide of the circle. I don't know what it is. He did, of course, have a broken nose. There's Abernathy. The free kick is to Glendinning. Glendinning, oh, beautiful punt kick. Knock on by Smith. Picked up by Jimmy Cracker. Well roved, but off target. And possibly out of bounds on the full.
As he was trying to do the banana kick there, but it just didn't banana.
So it will be a free kick to Essendon to be taken by Walsh. Walsh at the right back pocket for the Bombers. McCann and Weston. At the back is Merritt. Plays it well to Carey. He couldn't take the hand pass. Now the Bombers get out of trouble. Kink, a blind turn, effective. Bradbury moving it well to Neagle, who's had a good game so far. Neagle from the circle. Did too much, or in fact tried to. He's lost it. Atkins. Short pass. McDonald, oh, still can't take the mark. Duckworth holding the man. Yes, it is. And Bill Duckworth will take the free kick at half-back.
Well, we see that McDonald only went half-harder for that mark, and of course Neagle tried to do that little bit extra. It was good play on the part of North Melbourne, but strong play here by Duckworth. He's been a strong player today as the ball goes up there towards Dempsey and Danaher. It's Danaher coming out with the ball. But it's finally, we see the ball driven up there by Holden out there, but there's no one there for North Melbourne, and a good mark to Merritt. He's played a fine game too, out to Carey. And McCann's after him, he's collected him, he's got the kick out to Neagle now. Neagle can't pick it up and the ball is out of bounds. Crowd not too happy with Neagle either.
The a complete blind before the game by North Melbourne, Lou, because Bridus now getting ready to come on.
They certainly fooled everybody. That'll be a fine for them, I should imagine. They're not worrying about that. As we see Vanderhaar drop, in goes Crazy Horse. And it's a call play on. If we see a bit of struggling going on there at the moment. By golly, Crazy Horse collected Duckworth, I think it might have been.
I'm surprised it wasn't a free kick.
By golly, he collected him. He stunned him completely.
Smith in trouble.
Smith in a bit of trouble at the moment as Dempsey goes for the knockout, gets it out to Crack, he fumbles. A hand pass coming back from Atkins. The ball finally kicked up by Merritt. Great mark by Watson over the top of Abernathy. That time out there on the centre wing position. This is a game of thrills and spills as it goes out wide. And a good mark there of Bradley. A little short of centre half forward. Short pass. It'll be Rene Kink going for this one. He's grabbed the mark. He's broken clear. He's going to have a snapshot at goal. But the incredible Hawks off target. Disgusted with himself. And it's through for 1 point. 21.5 minutes gone. And it's Essendon 10-3-63. Bridus on the ground now. He's going to have the job at having a go at Duckworth. That'll be a pretty tough battle before it's over. 7-2-44 North Melbourne to Essendon 10-3-63.
And away go the Kangaroos through Jimmy Cracker. Bradbury just brings him down. And he finds his brother.
They're looking better now, North Melbourne.
They are looking a little bit better. Phil Cracker into the goal square, trying to find McCann. Nobody waiting down for North Melbourne, and it's picked up by Walsh. Merritt again. Playing a great game, and the publicity of a few weeks ago has made him a new player. To half forward, Glendinning and Ezard. And it will be a ball up right half forward flank for Essendon at the 22.5-minute mark of the quarter. A little bit more application by North Melbourne this term after giving Essendon a huge start. Madden has done best in the ruck. Kink, a little bit slow. Bahaja, on it goes to Williams. Short to Ezard. They've combined for 2 goals already. Danaher gets offloaded, but he had the ball. The Essendon skipper trying to get it out. Now he was grabbed there, didn't have it. Essendon fans, as you can hear, loud in their disapproval of that decision. And justifiably so, perhaps. Dempsey and Madden had a great battle so far. Free kick to Madden. For a Shepherd, I presume.
Well, Dempsey's disgusted with the decision. He said that possibly Dempsey may have been holding on.
Couldn't see it myself.
Well, he's closer than we are, Pete. We've got to admit that, haven't we?
Yes. So Simon Madden has a chance for his first goal. And he would be, let me see, some 40 metres out and just about directly in front of goal. Madden's unusual style is effective as it's through for 4 points to the Bombers. And once again, they answered the challenge as North get within 3 goals. The Bombers go ahead again, 11-3-69 to 7-2-44.
The more I see of National's home video systems,
The more I see you,
the more I realize why I like them. They've got more pro features, more cameras than anyone, a portable that's more portable. I tell you, National builds home video systems like professionals want, and TV sets good enough to go with them. They're big entertainers.
from National.
The loving and the caring, the giving and the sharing. It's Arnis chocolate biscuit time again.
Chocolate biscuits to give and share. Art's mint slice, peppermint cream covered with real dark chocolate. TV snacks, crispy and bite-sized, coated in real chocolate.
The loving and the caring, the giving and the sharing.
Arnott's chocolate biscuits.
And he said we'll never be in by the holidays.
Hello, yellow, it's for you. Let your fingers do the walking and help you do the things you do. Hello, yellow. Hello, yellow, your time's your own with a hello, yellow pages and a hello on the phone. Save your legs, save your cash, save your time. With a hello, yellow pages every time.
Hello, yellow.
A Telecom Australia product. A day in the life of a custom-toned kitchen.
Oh, love the new kitchen. Isn't it great? Custom Tone designed it just the way I wanted it.
There's so much storage space.
It's so easy to keep clean too. And they had some really nice styles to choose from.
From around $2,500 to $6,000 at a Custom Tone showroom near you, or phone for a free quote. Custom Tone, heart of the family home.
Thursday night, it's CI5's job to protect a visiting religious political activist, an old friend of Cowley's. A planned assassination plot is uncovered and Bodie and Doyle are put through their paces. The Professionals, Thursday at 8:30, followed by The Sweeney.
24 minutes gone in the second quarter now. 4 goals won the difference, which translates to 25 points. Merritt having a run on the ball, but can't get it past Dempsey. In fact, no one can get it out of the circle, and once again the umpire has decided on a bounce, which will take place just wide of the circle itself.
Just over the 24-minute mark of the second quarter. Merritt against Dempsey. Bit of shepherding. Merritt got it down, kicked off the ground by Hawker. And we see little Hazard going down. Glenn Dennings onto him there, would not let him get out. The umpire said he had no hope of getting rid of it. It'll be a ball up towards the centre-half forward position for Essendon. They're 25 points in front at the moment. As Bob Skilton said before, the closer they can get to Essendon, 3 goals, North Melbourne. Finally, we see Bradbury slunk to the ground. They pile on top of a couple of players there. Merritt's on the bottom, and the umpire once again will ball it up out towards the edge of the square, out towards the centre wing position. Dempsey against Merritt. He's got 2 to contend with today, Merritt and Madden. That's going to be a difficult job as we see Holden trying to get clear. And it's grabbed here. Hawker had no hope of getting rid of it. The umpire will ball it up once again, but they're gradually getting it down towards their half-forward line.
Every time there's a ball up, Lou, it's an Essendon player who is, first to the ball.
That's why they're getting the free kicks too, Bob. There's no doubt about that. Oh, Merritt and Dempsey had a bit of a wrestling match. It'll go to Dempsey this time. And there's not that many North Melbourne supporters in comparison with the Essendon fans, but they certainly gave a rousing cheer there. As the ball is down there, it's a mark. It'll be a mark to Arnold Brightus, and why he wasn't on the ground earlier, I don't know. Arnold Brightus kicks the ball long up there towards the full forward position. And that's a great mark to Walsh down there in defence.
Not doing a bad job either.
So it's Walsh going across the goals there now. A chance from McCann to mark. Tapped on again, a hand pass coming out. And it's little Bahajar breaking clear. The hand pass back to Weston, where he gave it from in the first place, right down there towards that half-forward line. Hawker in the front position. Demetrio after him. Down goes Hawker. Demetrio's into his back as it's picked up by Watson on the boundary line. He goes for a short pass, looking for Van der Haar. He's beaten Cowden again. Quick hand pass coming over. And we see grabbed there on the lane was Watson, and the ball is forced out of bounds. They were lucky to get away with that, Northern. A little bit foolish on the part of Van der Haar.
Watch again as the mark taken by Paul Van der Haar. Cowden letting him know that he was there. A hand pass across to Watson. A quick hand pass from Watson, hoping to get it back, but not coming.
There we see the ball out wide. Abernethy's grab, didn't have the ball that time to get a free kick.
A little lucky. I thought he did have it the first time.
Well, Abernethy's got the free kick out there at half back. The difference still 25 points. So North Melbourne still within striking distance. McKen trying to posse for position there. Punched out by Weston and again by Hodgman. It's Schimmelbusch. He's been pretty quiet today as a hand pass comes out to Arnold Brightus. Goes for the long kick. It's a long kick up there, looking for Fairley, but it's too long. Backing up well is carried. Well tackled that time by Jimmy Cracker.
Free kick to Phil Cracker.
It'll be a free kick.
Phil Cracker's free.
It's against the Walsh. And, of course, we were watching the play there.
A good tackle by Jim Cracker. Carey losing the ball. Now we see it. That's
he got into his back, didn't he? So we see the free kick going there to Phil Cracker. A quick hand pass to Fairley, and he's kicked it through, and that's his second goal and third goal. 27 and a half minutes gone, and the score at the moment is 8 goals, 250 North Melbourne to Western 11-3, 69.
Well, Essendon really losing concentration on that occasion. Walsh being the player on the mark, and so Foles should have picked up Walsh's opponent if that was the case, but Foles just stood back watching what was going on, and a goal to Fairley for his third.
So once again, North Melbourne have got back to within just on 3 goals. It's 50 to 69, a difference of 19 points. The Kangaroos want the next goal going into half-time. Neagle's hand pass is OK to Hawker. High kick. Merritt underneath it. Glendinning a tap on. Bahajar intercepting. Picked up by the skipper. Danaher to half-forward. Schimmelbusch is there. The knock away to Madden. On to Williams. Bahajar looks for the hand pass. He's got it to Watson, who steadies. Watson's shot. It's true, and once again Essendon answer the challenge. Timmy Watson's first goal. North can't get past that 18-point gap.
Essendon player down there in the middle. I'm not quite sure who it is. It might be Hawker.
12.375 to 8.250 at VFL Park. Hawker down, looks okay now.
Watch on replay now as Nagel comes through. Gets the hand pass out. And Hawker.
Thanks very much.
Oh, golly. I reckon that was accidental, Pete.
Well, it wasn't a bad one.
Not bad. That would have...
well, I'm just saying that Brightus will have a bit of a dip, won't he, Bob?
Well, Hawker had his little thing in first.
I think they would have decked Kahuma Hunger in his prime, wouldn't it, that one? 29 minutes gone. 8-2 to 12-3 at VFL Park. Hurd takes it beautifully from the centre and a short pass, looking for Madden. Off the ground doesn't work. Ezard roves it. A bit of luck out there to Bandahar. Into the goal square, knocked away by Keith Gregg. Good defence by the dual Brownlow medalist and one behind the end result. As we take a check at the scores, it's 12-4 to 8-2. 76 points, plays 50. 26 points the difference. Dench brings it back into play. Dempsey underneath it. At the back is Big Merritt. Vandehar doing some useful work in this quarter down there. Hooks it high, looking for Madden. At the back is Glendinning. The punch away, Bahaja out to Danaher. A left foot snap from the skipper, off target and through for one behind to Essendon to make the difference 27 points now at VFL Park, 52-77.
Pete, I'm a little surprised. I thought Law was doing a pretty fair job against Vandehar, and you know, Cowton hasn't done anywhere near the job that Law was doing.
Maybe they'll be moved back after half-time when they have a council of war, a free kick to North Melbourne, and let's see who's going to take it. It'll be a 15-metre penalty irrespective.
I think he's missed it completely.
He did. Well, put that down to what's your decision, perhaps. As it comes to Abernethy, up towards centre wing. McCann jostling with Weston. Weston wins out, goes for the handball. Hodgman got one for his corner. Plenty of weight being used there. Weston over the top. Here's a chance for Schimmelbusch. Steadies. Long shot at goal is straight and a goal. That's what they wanted. And so the scores now in the time-on period of the second quarter, 12-5, 77 to 9-2, 56.
Sevens Big League is part of the Holden Premiership season.
And you're watching the preliminary final edition of Sevens Big League for 1983. We'll be back with more action in just a moment.
From the double Emmy Award-winning producer of Holocaust comes 7 spectacular new miniseries. Evita Peron.
I am your Evita!
Featured will be Academy Award-winning Faye Dunaway as the ruthless and fascinating Evita Peron.
I want to be noticed. I want to be special.
James Ferrantino will star as Juan Peron, Argentina's president and Evita's puppet.
If you do what I say, no man in Argentina would touch you.
Evita Peron, capturing the life, loves, and incredible rise to power of this century's most controversial woman.
Over my dead body!
Special viewing over 2 nights from 7. Evita Peron, Tuesday night 8:30, Wednesday night 8:30.
You've probably spent the odd winter Saturday watching the bouncing ball, and some special spring Tuesdays having a small flutter, and memory-filled summer afternoons dodging runaway beach balls, and smoke-filled autumn Sundays raking the leaves, and many breakfasts reading the Age. All that means you're a Victorian, and that means your good taste has come alive in your own margarine, polyunsaturated Melba margarine. So, here's a toast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Air New Zealand.
Fly Air Zealand to Auckland. And from there, we'll take you across the Pacific, bound for Honolulu, and then on to the excitement of Los Angeles. Fly Air New Zealand and discover why.
We're the Pacific's #1.
Oh, it's a dreadful carry-on. But if you look really hard, you'll see we've come up with something really funny. Sid James and the Carry-On Gang in Carry On Dick, your outrageous Saturday movie, tonight at 9:30 on 7.
Right now at Sevens Big League, it's time for our presentation of the Arnis Golden Football Award, which, as you know, is made to the VFL side that tops the ladder at the end of the home and away series. And that presentation goes to the chairman of the North Melbourne Football Club, Bob Ansett. Bob, I know it's no consolation for losing a grand preliminary final, but it may be able to just ease the pain a little bit. And to make the presentation on behalf of Arnis, the sales manager, Jack Davey.
Thanks, Peter. Just before I do, I'd just like to thank you and Channel 7 for us being associated once again. This is our 17th year that we've been doing this award.
Time flies.
And it's been a tremendous show too, right through the year.
Thank you, Jack.
Bob, gives me great pleasure to present to the North Melbourne Football Club the Arnis Golden Football Award for 1983 season. As Peter said, the award's given for the team that's on top of the league ladder at the end of the home and away games. And I think that's no mean achievement to get there because every other team's trying to do it. Congratulations, and your club wins the big trophy, which you retained for 12 months. This trophy, which you retained for good, and you won one in 1978, so no doubt you'll put this alongside that one. And also, I suppose the most important thing, last but not least, from Arnott's Biscuits, this cheque for $5,000. Congratulations on all your achievements in this year's season, and best wishes for next year.
Thank you very much, Mr. Davies, and thanks very much to Arnott's. We certainly do appreciate it. All people that are involved in football appreciate the fact that this has been going now for 17 years. To some degree, I feel as though I'm taking it under false pretenses, having just gone through a very humiliating defeat today at Waverley. But it is something that, it is a consolation, and we will certainly display it with a great deal of pride down at North Melbourne. And again, I do thank you both for the trophy and for the $5,000 cheque. I very much appreciate it.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, Bob, and thanks very much indeed for coming in to accept the presentation.
Thanks, Peter.
Bob Ansett, the chairman of the North Melbourne Football Club, and that may help drown his sorrows tonight. All right, let's go back to the VFL preliminary final of '83. We pick up play at the 3-minute mark of the third quarter.
So the ball back into play again by David Dempsey. Dempsey and Madden go for this one. Madden couldn't hold that one. Williams in the front posse, spins out of the pack beautifully. Now he goes for a pass. No, not far enough as Hurd drives it back there again towards Dench and Merritt. Dench, well, actually took that away from him. Ramsey had a chance. Down goes Hazard. The umpire called play on. Bahajar's grab. In goes Hazard again to Watson. Now Watson's got a chance to score. And he shredded it through for a goal. So that's goal number 2 to Watson. And it's 9 goals, 2-56 North Melbourne to Western 13-785.
Yes, well, a move by Kevin Sheedy that certainly come off Watson onto the forward line, because that was a fine goal. We watch again on replay. Bahaja losing possession. Hazard getting the hand pass in, and beautifully trapped by Watson. And the calmness of Tim Watson as he straightened up and put it through.
4 minutes gone in the third quarter. Essendon doing everything right still. Bomber fans can sense a grand final burst next week from North Melbourne's half-forward line, and a chance down there for little Atkins. Out to Phil Cracker. Over the top, looking for Atkins again. Walsh put the body in well. Likewise Carey. And the end result of all that, once again, will be a ball up 15 metres out from the goal.
And North Melbourne badly needing a goal here, Pete.
Yes, they're slipping further and further behind. McCann to contest the bounce. Tries to get it to Atkins. Fairly over the boundary line. And so a throw it in the forward pocket now for North Melbourne. McCann and Madden. Won by McCann, onto Walsh, back to Carey. He's been quite a good player for Essendon so far today, and picked up out there by Abernathy. Schimmelbusch got high but couldn't take the mark. Hurd. Short pass, could be dangerous. Neagle, fairly well tackled. you might say fairly tackled. Walsh. And it will be a ball up.
That was great play on the part of Fairley, Bob, because he stopped the second player from getting away.
Yes, he kept that going up the ground all the time. That's what their forwards were not doing in the first half.
McCann and Madden again. It's won by McCann. No North Melbourne Rovers are there. Carey has the chance. In fact, he's got a couple of them. A good smother. Hawker hooks it back to where Dempsey's standing. Bradbury. Carlton. Wild hand pass onto Holden, who traps it well. Now high towards half forward. Plenty of Essendon players are there. Schimmelbusch late on the scene. Has he got the mark?
Yep.
Yes, says the umpire.
Well, might have been a little bit lucky.
Timmy Watson doesn't like the decision.
And watch it again on replay. And I think Watson might have had it.
I'd reckon Shimmer's a bit lucky there.
Well, that was how the umpire saw it. How did you see it at home? Schimmelbusch, 35 metres out from goal. The boos, of course, from the Essendon fans, and there are plenty of them. And they'll appreciate that because it is missed and goes through for only one behind at the 6-minute mark. And the score's now in the third quarter, 57-85.
Waiting for the ball to come back into play. Little short kick that time by Fowles. Drives the ball out towards that half-back line. Oh, in the front there was Danaher. Little Atkins trying to get away from Bradley on the ground. Back to Glendenning. Couldn't pick it up. It's finally picked up by Danaher. It's finally back out there on a mark taken by McCann. Ball driven back there again over the centre half forward position. Dempsey getting in position. Couldn't hold that one. Bit of a scrimmage, a hurried kick out that time back towards the full forward position. Walsh is grabbed by Fairley, a quick hand pass back to Neagle. He said he threw it, so it's a chance for young Fairley. That's a good tackle. That's the second good effort we've seen by this young fellow who's going now for goal number 4.
Yes,
great tackle once again.
Well, we give full marks to this young fellow, only 19 years of age, and of course, this is a big day for him in this preliminary final for North Melbourne. Crowd hooting now as he fires at the goals. And he's put it through for a goal. Goal number 4 to Fairley. And the score, 10 goals, 3-63 North Melbourne to Western, 13-7-85.
After a hard day's work, nothing beats a long, cold Carlton draft.
You'll find him somewhere back in nowhere. Way out there is where you'll find him. 50 dusty miles to go and 100 more behind him. There's nobody born can beat him on a horse that's bred to run. And he doesn't have to prove a thing, not one damn thing to anyone. Give me a beer and a Carlton draft. Want the coldest one you've got. I've got a thirst that's gonna need some special care. Give me a beer and a Carlton draft, 'cause it's brewed to be the best. With a Carlton draft, you know the flavor's there. Carlton draft's another name for real draft beer. And there's nothing beats a long, cold Carlton draft.
From the man in the little yellow van to the lady who's answering your call. You know that help is on its way. You know that you can trust us all. We can help with a loan or insure your home or send you on a holiday far away. We're the RACV and we are proud. We're proud to help you on your way. Chances are you will need us. Yes, and nothing more will please us. Chances are you'll need us all one day.
RACV vehicle inspections can check the car you own or the car you want to buy. So call this number. It could save you a lot of money and a lot of trouble.
You'll need us one day.
You can take one of the world's best-selling mowers almost anywhere, even home. Over 4 million people around the world already have. Flymo, your next mower.
On Sunday nights, Willesee brings you his latest brilliant film, Women Who Kill.
The deeply moving, crucially important story of desperate wives, women who kill. See it at 7:30 when Willisey makes Sunday nights special again.
Brought to you by Tetley Tea.
At the 14-minute mark now of the third quarter, Essendon leading by 28 points.
So it will be thrown back into play, right half forward for Essendon. Very handy lead at this stage of the match. Pretty hard to see North Melbourne getting up to stop them. Merritt and Dempsey. Glendinning kicks it out of the pack towards centre wing. Brightis is there. Neagle, beautiful pickup. Out of bounds, says the boundary umpire. The judgment of which move is not appreciative. And we'll see the boundary throw in again. This time on centre wing at the 14 and 3/4 minute mark. Dempsey and Madden. Neither wins it. Glendinning. Brightis, good handball. Brightis hooks it across to centre half forward, looking for McCann, who can't take the mark. Essendon's defence has been very good today as Hurd gets it to Duckworth. To centre field. Merritt goes the knock-on. Ezard. Done a lot of useful things today, this fellow. Ezard and Gregg. Youth and experience. The Hatter wins out. Well played from Gregg to half forward. Phil Cracker. Plenty of Essendon players are there. Comes out to Shane Hurd now from Western. Hurd at centre wing. Short pass, beautifully delivered to Van der Haar, and that could be a 15-metre penalty. Yes, it will be, says umpire Neville Nash. That's where the new mark will be, bringing Van der Haar to within kicking distance. Van der Haar has already hasn't scored a goal. He's certainly been a good player though. Watson just can't trap the ball before it's out of bounds, and a throw in next to the behind post at the 16-minute mark. This, of course, the scoring in was last week and has been so far today. Danaher and Glendinning, two of the favourites for the Brownlow medal. Bradbury, out of bounds, I think, yet again, and a throw in this time about 25 metres around from the goal.
Just over the 16-minute mark, 10-3 North Melbourne, 63 to Western, 14-7-91. It's about 40 metres around from the Bomber goal. Umpires found a free kick. It'll go to Gary Dempsey from that throw-in. Well, North Melbourne still can't peg them back, Bob.
No, they're certainly not able to get a break at any stage, Lou.
Was the ball knocked out again. Back it is to Bahaja on the way and running. There's a go again for Bradbury to have a long shot at goal. That's not a bad sort of a kick either. Hit the post. He's certainly come to light too. That's been a pretty handy move, putting him on the ball as a ruck rover.
He's going everywhere that Atkins goes, Lou, and it's frightened Atkins, particularly in this half.
Ball back into play again. Punched out towards Bradbury and Atkins. To number 36. It's Bradbury coming out with it now again. We said before, doing a great job. A hand pass back to Rene King. He runs into plenty of trouble there, and the ball is forced over the line by Jimmy Cracker. Could be, no, I thought it might have been a trip, but no, the umpire said it's out of bounds, and it's about 40 metres around from the Essendon goal. They're 92 points to 63. Dempsey and Glendinning finally knocked the ball out. A hurried kick that time by Abernathy. Well, Madden had no opposition that time from Smith, far too big, and it was a great leap by the big ruckman for Essendon. Takes that mark out there at half forward, about 70 metres out.
A hand read by Luke.
Hand pass to Neagle. Neagle's kick is well into the goal mouth now. Dempsey in front, and he's he didn't hold that mark. Finally, we see going after it. It's pushed out now and threading his way through the pack beautifully. His little Atkins. A hand pass coming over to Keith Gregg. And the dual Brownlow medalist decides to go for a bit of a run as he boots the ball back out there towards that wing position. Schimmelbusch got one too high, and he'll take the free kick out there on that centre wing position. And we're just over the 18-minute mark, and the score at the moment is Essendon 14-8-92 to North Melbourne 10-3-63.
Quiet day so far by Schimmer. A good attempt at marking by McCann. Bahaja. Madden. Essendon ready to attack again. He's looking for Van der Haar or Williams. Williams takes the mark. He's played well today. 14 possessions for Williams.
You saw a shot there of Peter Smith, and he doesn't look too well, Pete.
He doesn't indeed. Hasn't had a great day. And again, a few other North Melbourne players we could describe in the same words. Williams is 45 to 50 metres out. That's a good shot at goal. I think it's there. The goal umpire concurs. And Williams brings up 4 points for the Bombers, who are going right on with the job in this third quarter. 15-8, 98 to 10-3, 63.
After a hard day's work, nothing beats a long, cold Carlton draft. And he'll tell you he likes to sleep beneath the stars and wake up with the dawn. And he likes the taste of real draft beer when his times is on. If you want the taste of real draft beer, only Carlton draft comes anywhere near. There's nothing beats a long, cold Carlton draft.
Because everyone loves a long weekend. Got everything we need? Budget gives you the chance of making every weekend a long weekend. Take off any time on any Thursday or Friday, and for the price of 2 days, we'll give you 3 days rental. Rent on Thursday or Friday, and you'll get 3 days rental for the price of 2. 1 day free to really help you get away from it all. Budget's longer weekend rate, driving your weekend dollar further.
What type of bait attracts various fish and where is it found? Learn the secrets of success with Master Guide to Practical Fishing, a complete workshop manual and field guide sold in weekly parts. For every type of salt and freshwater fishing, this fascinating series can make you the expert. It's packed with practical advice and useful tips from the pros, and it's available week by week in magnificent colour for only $1.99 a part. Master Guide to Practical Fishing. Catch part 1 now.
Ollie's got this thing about quality. He's always checking everything we do. He calls it Ollie quality, and it has to be the best. 'Cause at Ollie's Family Restaurants, you're our guest.
10 pieces of delicious fried chicken and large chips. Only $7.50 this month at Ollie's.
He calls it Ollie quality, and it has to be the best. 'Cause at Ollie's Family Restaurants, you're our guest.
Monday night at 7:30, Quincy's on hand to help out at the scene of an accident when a young man loses his arm. But with the help of a group of brilliant physicians, they fight to resurrect the boy's future. Quincy, Monday night at 7:30 on 7.
19.5 minutes gone in the third term, 63 to 98, a difference of 35 points. It's pretty hard to come back from there. North Melbourne conceding somewhat of a start. Neagle gets tripped up, so he'll take the free kick, plays on subsequently. Ezard can't take the mark. Good attempt. Tap on by Madden. Carlton is there. The hand pass is erroneous to Watson. Danaher, the skipper. Glendinning tackles. Carlton again with Merritt. Ramsey got one too high. He'll get a free kick for in the back.
We're really struggling at the moment, Pete.
They are indeed. Looking very slow and almost uninterested. Have few good players. Dench wobbles the kick off the boot. Demetriou. Hawker, too fast. As I said, too many good players. Weston to Hawker. Long kick by Hawker into the goal square, and the mark taken down there by Kim Hodgman.
Good strong mark by Hodgman just over the 20-minute mark of this third quarter. 98 points, Essendon to North Melbourne 63. Ball falls short, punched away by Hawker, back there to Merritt. He smothers it pretty well. Now he's got it out to Watson, but the umpire said it'll be a push in the back. And Merritt's already kicked 4 goals, a chance for his 5th here because he's well within kicking distance. Well within kicking distance, only be about 35 metres out if that.
Watch it going, and you see, yes, there's no doubt that Dench was into the back of Roger Merritt.
Good decision by the umpire. We wait for Merritt to go for goal number 5. He's played a fine game here today. Running on Merritt. With their 16th goal on the ball. That's off the boot. Side of the boot, up there towards the full forward position. Punched on by Dempsey and through for 1 point. So it's 10 goals, 363 North Melbourne to Essendon 15-9-99. One more for the century. And the way they're playing at the moment, they look as though they'll be in the 1983 grand final. North Melbourne have to give themselves a bit of a shake-up as the ball goes back out there towards that back line. Punched away by Danner. He's playing a real captain's game. And Watson's grabbed, and he didn't have the ball that time by a mile, and the free kick will go to Watson. They're making a lot of mistakes, and that's the sign of when you're tired. Back it goes now. The captain again. He's got the ball. Terry Danaher. It's about, wouldn't be 40 metres out from goal. And what a great year this fella's had, and he'll be in strong contention for this year's Brownlow medal, I would say.
He's had a wonderful season, Lou, as he goes for the pass now.
Oh, there's Madden. Umpire call play on nearly a mark as we see Abernathy trying to get out of the pack, but finally it goes out to little Atkins, a pass, and a mark taken there by Smith at half-back. North Melbourne badly needing a couple of goals. Down to Arnold Bright as he missed that with Duckworth. Finally it comes out to McCann getting away from Weston. Now he's clear. He's got to kick this. When he does, he's slung to the ground as the ball goes over the half-forward line. It hits the deck now. It's Cracker going. Jimmy Cracker balks. Doesn't know where to go. Finally goes for a long kick down there towards the forward pocket. Coming out to meet it is Walsh. Fairley's after him again. He's got him. But Walsh still gets the kick out wide towards Bradby, and the ball is out of bounds as we approach the 23-minute mark of this, the third quarter. And the Bombers looking pretty strong at the moment, Peter.
Yes, they're doing it easily, aren't they?
They've only added 3 goals, 4 in this term, but the way they've gone about their actual game, they're running North ragged at the moment.
North have only added 1 goal, holding the ball, says the umpire. Free kick going to Hodgman at left half forward. 23 minutes gone. Looking for Fairley. Almost completes the mark. Phil Cracker roves it well. Looks for the hand pass to his brother in the goal square. Doesn't bounce kindly for him. Now he's got another chance. Offloaded by Walsh to Duckworth. Nothing going right for North. Let's see if Demetriou can make amends. Paddles it towards the boundary line. Hawker beats him. Beautifully done, Essendon. Folds. They're looking $1 million, Essendon. Watson, Weston. Williams, the W's. Off the side of the boot. Dench comes out to meet it and does it well. Holden. Oh, it's all Essendon. Bradley.
Well, they're not thinking of just kicking it anywhere, Pete, at the moment.
It would appear that way. Bahaja to King. Madden. Up the full forward, looking for big Merritt. Here's a race. Dench and Merritt. I don't think next year's Stuart Gifford has got too much to worry about there. So a boundary throw in. Left forward pocket for the Bombers. A nudge out, but the umpire said it's okay. Hurd burrows in. It comes to Holden. Demetriou down to Abernathy, over the boundary line by a millimetre. That's with an M. And the free kick at centre for centre wing, taken out there by Hawker. Dench in the middle, sets himself well. Palm down, picked up by Bahaja. No one chasing. Bahaja into the goals. Oh, look at this. Van der Haar 10 metres out.
Well, actually, Bahaja told him where to kick at that time so he could get a bit of a run at it. Bob, did you notice that?
8 marks.
Bahaja in this quarter has really lifted his game and come into it. His handball has been constructive. He's been a fine rover around the packs.
Well, a chance now for Van der Haar to kick goal number 1. And, of course, 16th for Essendon. There's the kick. It's a goal. So it's 10 goals, 363 North Melbourne to Weston, 16-9, 105. And they're looking pretty good for the 1983 grand final. The way they're going, in North Melbourne are making a lot of fundamental mistakes.
We watch again as we see a fine mark by Van der Haar. A well-placed kick by Tony Bahaja. And from behind the goals now we see the placement of that kick and a good mark nonetheless.
25 and a half minutes gone of the third quarter. Dempsey against Madden. Well, Dempsey's finally got it out. Picked up that time by Abernathy. Donnell on the ground for Essendon. Over the centre half forward position. And backing up well as Carey takes the ball away from the danger zone again. And a good mark taken by Hawker. They've got a ton of confidence now. The Bombers, a hand pass coming over to Weston. They're doing as they like. North Melbourne looking tired and rattled. We see Weston go for a pass. It'll be okay. And there's a mark taken by Donnell. Just coming on the ground about 30 seconds ago. Short pass, left unattended that time, and an easy mark will go to Weston down there on the forward pocket.
At the present moment, Weston is about 60 metres away from his opponent, so McCann not going down the ground with him at all.
Well, there we see that kick by Weston is off target and through for 1 point. So at the 26.5-minute mark of this third quarter, it's 16-10, 106. Essendon to North Melbourne, 10-3, 63. Well, certainly falling in a hole this quarter. We all thought that they might have bounced back after doing so well in the second quarter.
They might have dropped the bundle, Lou.
Yeah, look as though they have.
The Grand Canyon, not a hole.
Ball back into play again by David Dents. Madden goes the big knockdown, finally picked up by Hodgman. Back to Abernethy out there at half-back. Got a paddock to run in here, but he's going for a pass. It's a dangerous one, too, out towards McCann. He's marked it. Got that mark out there at centre, or on that centre wing position to be a 15-metre penalty. This brings him over the half-forward line, but he's still a good distance out from goal. Kick by McCann is a long one, up there towards Fairley and Walsh. Carey's at the back, trying to grab it again. It comes down to Briders. He can't get off. Kicking in danger there, I would say. It'll go to Carey against Briders. So they can't do a thing right at the moment, North. Carey with that free kick, a hand pass to Neagle. Left unattended out there. So he's clear and goes another pass. Bradbury coming, and he's played a fine game today too. Out there at half-back. The ball back towards the Madden out there with Dempsey. Can't take the mark, but there's no hope of Dempsey recovering to grab him as he clears now and boots the ball up there. Van der Haar's got the mark. Got away from Carlton. Well, we see Van der Haar now out there for goal number. Going for his second goal. And he'd only be about 35 metres out directly in front.
Well, do you think Law must have been injured when he went off in the second quarter?
Well, I'm surprised because I wouldn't have taken him off Van der Haar. He held him well. There's the kick by Van der Haar. It's a goal.
As the siren goes for three-quarter time, it looks like. Yes, it is. Umpire raises his hands, and three-quarter time it's Essendon with the match-winning lead. They won't lose it from there. 17-10, 112 to 10-3, 63.
Sevens Big League is part of the Holden Premiership season.
And there we can see the quarter-by-quarter scores. Essendon jumping North Melbourne in the first quarter, and the Kangaroos found it pretty hard-pressed to get up from there. Essendon going on to record a victory of some 86 points, and they will probably now go into the grand final of next week as warm favourites against Hawthorn. The goal kickers in the match for Essendon, Timmy Watson got 5, played another superb game. Roger Merritt got 4, most of those came early, and their skipper Terry Danaher finished up with 3. The stats on the match now, well, North Melbourne's goal kickers, first of all, Fairley was their main goal kicker with 4. Stats on the match, let's take a look at them. And the kicks very much in favour of Essendon, 233 to 188. The marks 88 to 65. The free kicks 40 to 37. The handballs 104 to 59, an amazing difference there. The hit-outs 36 each of 2, that panned out even. And the shots at goal 40 to 19. Essendon doubling North Melbourne.
Highlights.
The Bombers is taken
well, there were
by
quite a few
Watson,
highlights from very early in the game. In fact, 30 seconds. Here's one of them coming up as Bahaja drives the ball down to the forward line. Danaher takes the ball, spins away, and look what he's got. An open road to goal. First goal of the game. 30 seconds into the quarter. And then a minute later, Duckworth with a booming kick. And the ball seems to hypnotise Gary Dempsey as the ball bounces and goes through for another goal. It's only 7 minutes into the game and things really start to warm up as Jimmy Cracker's in there and getting plenty of opposition. He's joined then by McDonald and down they go. Umpire Nash trying to sort it all out.
As the export Melbourne boy, Bradbury was trying to pacify
Phil Cracker being pushed out of the way.
In the thick of things down there.
The North Melbourne skipper, Schimmelbusch, in trouble. It's a decent sort of a headlock. 2 falls to 1 in favour of Neagle there.
Tipping him out left and right. There's Cracker having a go at Duckworth, shaping up. It's Phil Cracker shaping up with Duckworth. And there's Jimmy.
The question here is who's got the ball?
Oh, they're boxing on from the word go here. What a day. It's TV ringside. Peter, it's best.
I think the happiest people at the moment would be the horses.
There's the 2 brothers saying, how do you do?
Oh, golly. Well, once you hit one Cracker, brother, you got to go on with the other one.
Yes, but they have to settle down and concentrate.
Walsh tries to tap on. Phil Cracker.
Anyway, they got down to football eventually, and here's Phil Cracker tearing through 15 minutes into the first quarter for their first goal.
Oh, Ezard
and Hodgman.
Hodgman gets up quickly.
Down they go.
Got a chance to mark that one. Couldn't hold it. Cracker going. Gets the ball out to McDonald.
Jimmy Cracker goes down. Hand pass out here. McDonald to Atkins. And it's a goal.
And the Kangaroos.
On to McDonald.
McDonald takes the mark, but Duckworth puts mud in the eye.
There's mud in your eye.
tapped away. It's good. Oh, little Williams.
The Rovers combine. Williams to Ezard, and the snap of the day here. Look at this for a kick.
What's the result? It's good. It's a goal. Trying to get clear.
Ezard, hand pass. Out to Watson, and Watson goes for the run. And watch this pass.
The centre half ball
to Merritt.
Pass. It's a beauty too. What a pass.
Merritt again.
Merritt again. Smithers after him.
The publicity of a few weeks ago has made him a new player. Bush is there.
Watch this now. A little tap on the ankle. Bridus doesn't care for that.
Bahaja
bang.
Looks for the hand pass. He's got it to Watson, who steadies. Watson's shot. It's through, and once again Essendon answer the challenge.
Corker doesn't feel too good about things at all at the moment. Might be a patient for the dentist tomorrow. 3.5 minutes into the third quarter. Watson leads the Dons charge down to Ezard and through for a goal.
It's taken by Watson.
Watson comes out of the centre. And a great kick for goal.
No one
puts it through. Van der Haar spinning out of the pack like a rover. Taps it out to Watson. Watson goes on again. Good, powerful play here by Essendon. And it's another goal for the Dons.
What a goal! We see some of
well,
the
that section of the crowd knew what was going to happen, and they were looking for the car park very early in the day. Beautiful team play here for Essendon. Bahaja to Merritt. Onto Neagle, runs on here. He'll find Watson again.
Running rings around their opponents.
There's Watson, and look at the pace of Watson as he spins away, steadies, and bang for goal one more time. Another goal.
Is another one.
And it's a goal to Essendon. The banners are waving, and Essendon are into the 1983 grand final.
And the Bombers go into the 1983 grand
They've done it. They've made the grand final.
25 goals, 14, 164 Essendon, North Melbourne, 12, 6, 78. And they're really an elated side.
Our Mazda Footy Highlights $400 award for the Mazda Highlight Player of the Day. Commentators have selected Timmy Watson of Essendon.
Of the Holden Premiership season. Each week throughout the 1983 season, General Motors Holdens will be awarding $100 and a car care kit to the winning Mark of the Day player.
8 marks, one to be selected. Ross Glendinning for North Melbourne.
Makes a very good mark.
Donald McDonald for North Melbourne.
And a great mark.
Roger Merritt for Essendon.
Merritt at the back, great mark.
Gary Fowles for Essendon.
Up towards half forward. Oh, great mark by Fowles.
Jim Cracker for North Melbourne.
Oh, Cracker got high in the air and will be paid the mark by Jim Cracker.
Ian Fairley, North Melbourne.
That's a good one.
Terry Danaher, Essendon. Stephen McCann, North Melbourne.
Terry Danaher, but that's a great mark in defence by McCann. Well, there were some great marks. I like the one of Roger Merritt's. There was a strong mark, Sam.
Strong mark, set them up in the start of the game for that winning lead.
Yes.
And, of course, Fairley's. That was a magnificent mark in the square there, but Stephen McCann took a very nicely judged mark in the latter stages of that game there.
Good. And what about you, one of the greatest chest marks of all time, Jack?
Yeah, a hugger. They call me a hugger.
Used to call you the hugger.
Yes.
He was a hugger-lugger.
As you're talking about Merritt, I thought Merritt's was a great mark. That one, a nice one indeed. So was McCann's, but he just fumbled that little bit in the finish there. But I think the mark was paid before he just fumbled that one.
The one of Crackers was a bit doubtful too. I don't think he held on to it long.
Oh, no, that was not a mark.
No,
that wasn't
have
a
to be
mark.
paid
That was
for
an
something
accident,
else,
I think, that one.
Well, of course...
Who did you think?
Well, I just thought that usually right most of the time, not that I was a great high mark when I played, but I used to
You
take...
were a great high-low mark.
What were you good at when you played?
What was I, a great...
A high-low mark, you were.
What were you good at when you played?
Everything. If you look up the finals, in those book of finals, you'll see my name in the best players every time. I was a big occasion player, mate.
During the war?
No, it wasn't during the war. It was after the war, up to 1955. Always in the best players. And get that straight before you start criticising me, or I'll wipe that mo right off you. And remember that, Jack. What do you think, mate?
You're getting very aggro.
Hey?
You're getting very aggro.
Well, that's fair enough. I used to take that's very good for you.
Well, what do you think was the best mark?
Well, the best mark that we've had here for GMH with this magnificent service parts bag goes to Stephen McCann for North Melbourne. A great mark, as Jack said. Eyes on the ball. Looked as though that Dana had the chance there, but went up one hand. But that's a great mark to McCann, who gets $100.
Malaxis is going to be the tallest one to fly, but there's nobody there at all, and Satori no trouble.
Easy's right for Satori, and Satori was called to play on.
Peter Satori putting it in towards centre half forward. Baker's up there, surrounded by Clem up there. The chance for Holmes. He's free. 30 metres out from Don Holmes. has put it through outside. John Fogarty bringing it out towards a member stand flank. Not a good kick. Daniels is in there battling. Shepherded by Moss. Can't pick it up, Alan Daniels. Didn't want that one. And Skorowski picks it up. Left half back flank. Boots it to the wing. Morton's there. Takes the mark.
Blackwell to half forward. Farmer and Langsford. Langsford!
And the second quarter in many ways became the turning point of the game. Swans kicking into the breeze put on 6 goals to Claremont's 4 to set up a handy half-time lead.
Langsford caught. Langsford trying to tap it on. Chance for Kickett. Kickett a shot. Hand pass came from Camp. I think he's done it. Chance for Kimberley. Kimberley on to Don Holmes. Holmes to Nargle. Here's danger. Nargle an accurate kick.
Trying to take place, and a mistake by Farmer has brought the ball right up to the Swans forward line. Baker. Oh, he's got a shot at goal. He's shot it with Peter Ware over the half-back flank and kicks towards the centre.
Ware had plenty of time to get that kick in.
Well, the second half became a tough, grinding affair as the Tigers tried hard to get back into the game and Swans fought just as desperately to fight them off.
Boucher having short spells on the ball. Beecroft gets the thump on the hit and the free kick, and Boucher comes in to give him a little bit more, and there it's on again. Right in front of the member stand here in the grand final.
Smith through off the ground. Oh, goal! Brilliant goal! And that's going to be the one that'll really get Swans going. Malaxis out wide to Daniels from 50 metres out. Daniels. It's a long kick from Daniels. It's a good kick too.
Bradley Shine, 55 metres out. Langford, can he kick a goal? He put it high. And it's 3 for 4 points. Oh, he's gone for the high kick, but he play under pressure. Gets a try, takes it, he went to handball, so it's play on. Bradley Shine in trouble, but gets his foot to the ball and puts it through for Major.
And the pressure and pace of the game began to tell in the final quarter. Players from both sides had to call on every bit of strength they could muster, and in the end, the Swan District's final round discipline paid the ultimate dividend.
This is Don Holmes, Kransberg, nobody within 40 metres of him. He can walk straight in and pop through the easiest goal of the day.
30 metres out, closing, has a shot.
Obviously missed.
4 points, I think.
Oh, he's kicked it.
And Claremont could be coming back.
There's Satori from behind. Satori, if he kicks it, it'll be a miracle. He has, and it's superb play. Moss, who's got to wait for it to come down. Fogarty! Sensational quarter Fogarty's having.
Oh, he's having trouble. There's his opposite captain. Moss is trying everything to get it up him. Finally a push in
the Schimmelbusch. Steadies, long shot at goal, is straight, and a goal. That's what they wanted.
Tim Watson, Essendon.
Watson there. Watson's got a chance to score, and he shredded it through for a goal.
Peter Bradbury of Essendon.
It's Hawker coming out of the Bradbury, I think it is. He's fired at the goal. What's he done with it? It's a goal.
The opposition is
Tim Watson, Essendon.
It's taken by Watson. The Essendon fans roar. Watson shot at goal. There's a boomer. Good game for Essendon today.
Tim Watson for Essendon again.
Shoots at the Watson who plays on around McCann. The snapshot is a boomer. What a goal from Watson.
Jim Cracker, North Melbourne.
Intercepting beautifully is Jim Cracker. One of the best things he's done today. And a shot at goal. The end result is through for 4 points.
Tony Bahaja, Essendon.
One behind, at least I thought it was. A chance for Bahaja. It's a goal. They do it easy, Essendon, don't they?
Goal of the day, gentlemen.
Well, not a great lot this week, Jack, but what did you think?
Well, I liked both of Tim Watson's, both goals.
The one where he intercepted?
One on the left foot, and also that going towards the goals. He was beautifully executed, that one, I thought, as he went on, and perfect balance, everything, and straight through the centre.
What about you, Sam?
Lizards was a great snap.
Good for a young bloke.
And Schimmelbusch got them, kept them in touch with that long goal. For the life of me, can't understand why that Duckworth goal, he's kicked that 70 metres, he kicked it from behind the line. What have you got against spiral punts? I mean, it was a magnificent kick.
Well, you have a vote too, and you didn't vote for it, Sam, so we didn't go for it because it bounced through, as you well know, and a lot of luck involved. It was a great kick, but we go for something a little bit more than luck.
Right, Watson's third goal, the one on the snap, on the left foot.
Well, I agree with you, Sam and Jack. I also like Jimmy Cracker's, the one he took off, almost got his hands taken off. He took it on the boot and ran away and put it through. But Harges was a true Rovers goal too. He was in the goal square. He got clobbered after he kicked it through. But I also liked Timmy Watson's one. We'll have a look at that one on replay too, because Tim wins the $100 of the day. Now look at that, running with the flight of the ball, eyes on the ball the whole time. Could have been collected by someone coming the other way, but now he decides to play on. Now watch him, he runs out to the left to get away from Stephen McCann. Watson's the ball under his boot.
For your chance to win a trip to next week's grand final. Well, after 4 fine days and plenty of mopping up, VFL Park was in its best condition for weeks for its big day of the year. There had been plenty of conjecture that the ground surface, which had helped to reduce North to a team of plodders last week, may have had an influence on the game. Well, it wasn't to be. North Melbourne, who had finished on top of the ladder, were facing elimination unless they could regain their form. Essendon have never been so buoyed up with confidence after winning their last 6 games in a row to fight their way from the elimination final up to the second last hurdle. The Bombers have done it with large helpings of muscle and not inconsiderable skill. Well, the opening was certain to be tough and spectacular, and so it was, right from the word go. A crowd of 64,000 was there to see who could ride it out and qualify to meet Hawthorn next week. We join at the opening bounce, and with me are Tim Lane and Peter Booth.
North Melbourne versus Essendon for the right to play Hawthorn for the 1983 VFL Grand Final. The preliminary final is underway. Dempsey beats Madden at the first bounce, but it's tight in there. And umpire Nash plucks out the almost mandatory free kick at the start of a final. Watson to Bahaja and the Bombers are away. Long, good direct play. Danaher at full forward and Dench. Dench gets the spoil. Danaher onto the ball, met by Lord, and breaks away and fires and puts it through. Brilliant play, Terry Danaher.
The first direct hit to the Bombers. A minute gone. They're 1 goal. North Melbourne yet to score. Madden high. Glendenning. Glendenning still. Schimmelbusch off the pack. Grabbed by Hurd. And the free kick going Duckworth's way, just attacking side of the centre circle. Up to Danaher again. There'll be 15 metres as the ball has got to come back. Essendon player over the mark in Duckworth. Just inside the centre square. Duckworth. Now Merritt leads. He's going, oh, it's a huge kick. Merritt is down there, might even beat the pack. Well, it has!
And what a pathetic effort by Dempsey in the goal square. Essendon 2 straight goals. We've played only 2.5 minutes. Another stack up in the centre. And another ball. By Ian Robinson, here today with Neville Nash. Knocked one by Madden. Goes Essendon's way. Bahaja bounces off his teammate Van der Haar. High kick towards centre-half forward and streaming down the ground is Danaher. The Essendon skipper kicked the first goal of the match. Has a chance to make it his second and Essendon's third. It's a mighty kick. It's home. No, just offline. 2 goals won Essendon in the first 3 minutes.
Blistering start, and North must feel slightly demoralised as Ramsey looks for Dempsey. Madden wearing him. Might be a free kick to Dempsey. Play goes on. Dempsey kicks cleverly with the left boot and finds Smith up on the wing. That was well done by the big fellow Dempsey. Smith inboard, not very effectively though. Hurd. Schimmelbusch the tackle. That was just about a throw. Not called though. Duckworth to full forward. Dench and Danaher. Throw in Essendon. Really bombarding at the moment, and North in early trouble.
The Bombers leading by 13 points to 0, almost 4 minutes in the first term. Right forward pocket, underneath the Giants scoreboard, Merritt and Dempsey. Dempsey the thump towards Schimmelbusch. Bahaja there, the 2 number 20s. Ezard gets a nice hip and shoulder from Cowton. Intercepted by Hurd. Back into play it goes. A chance for Law and a good defensive mark in the far side pocket.
North under heaps of pressure early. Short pass. Could be dangerous, but Hodgman takes the mark and is punched to the ground by Van der Haar. Pick on someone your own size. No 15-metre penalty for it either. Hodgman short pass to half-back flank. Too long for Law. Bit of trouble, but he recovers well. Good smother by Hawker. Just inside the boundary line. Bombers red hot. Great pass to Bahaja. Outside of centre-half forward. Tries to get around. High hand pass. Danger for Van der Haar. Glendenning crashes through. Cowton gets it back to Glendenning and he clears from half-back flank.
Great play by the champion half-back. McCann up with the knock-on was good play because the Essendon big men were in prime position and McCann forces a throw in. But North just caught slightly underprepared. I think the Bombers have gone out playing finals football and North not quite ready for them.
Centre wing, Madden behind, tap down, taken by Demetrio. Up towards Schimmelbusch. Oh, good tackle by Carey. Schimmelbusch still playing the ball. Gets away from Bradbury with the hand pass. Up towards Atkins. Boundary line too close as Duckworth came in late. Throw in, half-forward flank, North Melbourne into attack. First term, 5 minutes played, 2-1, that's Essendon, North yet to score.
Atkins had plenty to say about Duckworth's challenge over the boundary line. Madden wins the tackle. Down to Hurd, who breaks from half-back flank. Good kick up towards the centre. Glendinning there with Madden, and at the back, the mark taken by Carlton. 15-metre penalty with the Essendon players over the mark. Roger Merritt. Carlton's pass wide out to half-forward. Good lead by Hodgman, and he marks in front of Bradbury.
Little call inside, short one, well delivered. Paid. Atkins it is, between half-forward flank and forward pocket. Heard the late charge to try and make the spoil. Half a lead from Fairley. Back in the square, McDonald. McCann's there too. He sets himself in the middle of plenty. Gets it